As mentioned in my previous videos, I was asked to join other journalists in revealing the heretofore hidden technology of high-speed maglev trains operating throughout the world at a depth of 1 mile beneath the Earth's surface. During a recent journey to Bariloche in southern Argentina, I discovered a fact that none of the other journalists were aware of. That fact is that there was a classified trunk line that ran from southern Argentina to Antarctica. I was granted an exclusive on the soft disclosure of this facility since I was the only journalist with military Q clearance. In the Germanic Argentinian town of Bariloche, I descended in a high-speed elevator to the Maglev station that would take me to the South Pole. I used the 2-hour hypersonic Maglev trip from southern Argentina to Antarctica to research the history of ventures to the South Pole. My research began with the 19th century, a time of great exploration and discovery. Despite the harsh and inhospitable conditions, the South Pole drew many a brave adventurer. Notable among them was the British explorer Sir James Clark Ross, who in 1841 attempted to reach the South Pole. However, he was forced to turn back due to the harsh Antarctic conditions. Fast forward to the early 20th century, the South Pole remained as elusive as ever, but that didn't deter explorers. In 1911, Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen made history by becoming the first person to reach the South Pole, beating his British rival, Robert Falcon Scott, who tragically perished on his return journey. Moving into the 1930s, the South Pole took a darker turn as it became the focus of Nazi Germany, specifically Neuschwabenland, a territory they claimed in Antarctica. The Nazis conducted numerous expeditions to establish a base there. However, their exact activities and what remains of their presence are shrouded in mystery. I became fascinated with the expeditions of Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a key figure in Antarctic exploration. Byrd led 2 significant excursions to Antarctica: Operation Highjump in 1946 and Operation Deep Freeze in 1955. Operation Highjump was the largest expedition to the Antarctic, involving 4,700 men, 13 ships, and 33 aircraft. While its official purpose was to establish a research base, some believe it had a more covert military objective. Did Byrd meet non-human resistance during his expedition? That remains a topic of speculation, but it adds a layer of intrigue to this fascinating chapter of history. Operation Deep Freeze marked Byrd's final expedition to the South Pole and laid the groundwork for permanent research stations on the continent. It's rumored that after his experiences, Byrd recommended against returning to Antarctica. Whether this was due to natural dangers or something more uncanny, we may never know for certain. In my research, I noticed that since Admiral Byrd's expeditions, travel to Antarctica has been arguably made more difficult. During the mid-20th century, it was rumored that flights over the continent had been banned. While no official documentation of such a ban exists, the rumor has persisted, fueling speculation and suspicion. This alleged ban has made it increasingly difficult for most people to visit the continent. Yet despite its remoteness and the alleged restrictions, Antarctica has become a magnet for the world's elite. One notable visit was made by then Secretary of State John Kerry in 2016. The timing of his visit, on the eve of the presidential election, aroused curiosity. Why would a high-ranking government official visit the most remote continent on Earth at such a critical time? Religious leaders like the Russian Orthodox Patriarch have also made symbolic trips to the continent. The significance of these visits is often shrouded in mystery, adding to the intrigue. After approximately 3 hours of travel from Argentina, our train slowed as we neared the Ross Ice Shelf and McMurdo Station. Still traveling at 1 mile beneath the Earth's surface, we transferred to a smaller gauge railroad and slowly penetrated a new set of underground tunnels. Were these the iconic Nazi tunnels believed to have been constructed in the 1930s? That is open to conjecture. But as we traveled, we did get brief glimpses of green fields and lush valleys. The stark contrast to the austere, icy exterior of Antarctica was uncanny. Protected from the savage Antarctic climate, these valleys might be the cradle of life forms that are yet to be acknowledged by science. In reality, scientists have already uncovered bacteria and various microorganisms in comparable habitats in other parts of Antarctica. Renowned scientists put forth the idea that ancient microbial life forms, known as extremophiles, exist beneath the icy expanses, their secrets locked away. There lies a more frightening side of conjecture. Legends of vanished civilizations concealed under immeasurable depths of ice have ensnared our collective fascination. One of such legends is the myth of Atlantis, which some conjecture to have sank beneath the Antarctic ice, its secrets immaculately preserved. And then we encounter the extraterrestrial theories. Speculations abound that alien bases might be hidden underneath the ice, an ideal sanctuary away from the probing eyes of mankind. To confirm this, I've seen photographs of large pyramids almost immediately 1 mile above us that pundits claim point to ancient civilizations in Antarctica. My trip came to an end and I returned to Argentina. I'm not convinced that I witnessed ancient civilizations, remnants of Nazi aircraft, or alien bases. But then again, I was only allowed to venture 1 mile beneath the surface. According to information I obtained, the underground network of tunnels and high-speed trains goes as deep as 10 kilometers below the surface. These I hope to explore someday on future journeys.